Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dan. So we've got just like another minute before we hop onto yours.
I've got notification now is promoted, so that's good news.
Your face, we hear you.
The host.
It's always good to start the morning with a promotion.
Yeah, what a great way to start.
So we'll give it another minute so that people have time to go grab some coffee, restroom break, and then we'll start up again.
No problem. I think I'm going to have to pace my content anyway because I'm not sure if I can fill the whole half hour. So
We can leave room time for questions, so we'll make it work. Oh, okay. So it is actually already 10:30, so I don't want to wait too long to start up the next one since you guys are all still here. We appreciate you guys joining us. If you are just now joining again, or this is your first one, welcome. Again, I am Megan with Synergy Sales on behalf of NKBA, and I also have my co-host Shelly here from Cambria, who's representing IDS. And then the third person you'll see on the screen, we'll get to in a moment once we introduce Dan. But just a couple of quick housekeeping notes. So you guys all attendees don't have a camera or a mic. However, we do want to hear from you. So there is a Q&A and a chat function. Feel free to use those throughout. Shelly is here helping me answer your guys' questions and making sure we see everything that you guys are typing in. So please utilize that function. We want this to be interactive, even if we can't see or hear you. Additionally, you'll notice there is a really awesome raffle for Bradlee. It is the Wolf Gourmet Blender. So I'm sure everyone's very excited for that raffle. It will be at the end of the presentation, so you do need to stick around for the whole presentation and pay attention. We will raffle that off at the end, and you will just use the raise the hand button to notate that you're here and still present for claiming that prize. But I think since it is 10:30, after 10:30, we're going to begin. Our next presentation we have up is from Bradlee, and we have Dan on the call with us here. And Dan joined the Bradlee team in 2019 as an architect, designer, and building development manager. He is responsible for the development of Bradlee's brand awareness and sales in the custom home building and multi-residential markets, as well as the management of their designer and architectural business relations. An industry professional, Dan brings over a decade of experience in the luxury appliance industry and both the retail and builder markets in the Pacific Northwest. So good morning, Dan, and it's all yours. Take it away.
Good morning. It's good to be here. Thank you. Well, we are excited to celebrate in Subzero Group's milestone of 75 years in our upcoming best-in-class remodel in Seattle, scheduled to be completed early next year. And I want to also note that we are open for business during the remodel. Even though we do have a reduced showroom, we are taking consultations. We do prefer appointments just to be able to give the persons coming in the attention they deserve, and also just the whole social distancing thing we're talking about, and keeping as few people in at the same time. So we want our clients to know that we're going to protect them while they're here and make sure everyone's safe and healthy. So a little bit of background about Bradlee. We believe that extraordinary things happen when we refuse to settle for less than extraordinary. It's a philosophy that stood the test of time for over 30 years, and the ignition that continues to drive the same level of exhilaration, customer care, and second-to-none work ethic that we've had since day one. As the trusted partner of NKBA top architects and specialists and builders, we focus on being innovative, tailoring our products and needs to the customers with exceptional quality and value far beyond the most discerning have come to expect. We deliver on our promises, and there's and will be there every step of the way in the future. We are excited to announce our full showroom remodel happening now. In just a few more months, we'll have the best-in-class premier luxury showroom in the Pacific Northwest and the most up-to-date Subzero Wolf Cove showcase in the nation. We look forward to extending an invite to each and every one of you for our grand opening event in 2021. So stay tuned. We haven't locked in the exact date yet, but we're excited to show everybody just the incredible space that we have here.
Let me make sure it's loud enough, so let me know if it's not loud enough.
This is the story of 3 generations of one family and the building of 3 brands. A dream that began with one man who recognized a need and possessed the spirit and drive to see it through. That man was Westy Bucky. Although his formal education ended after 8th grade, Westy taught himself skills in electronics, mechanical engineering, and refrigeration. In 1926, Westy Bucky moved his family to Madison in search of better opportunities. Westy soon found work in the refrigeration field. He took on side jobs, including work as a refrigeration consultant for renowned architect Frank Lloyd Wright. He soon recognized the need for reliable home refrigeration and began experimenting. He saw his opportunity and hired his brother Charles to construct wooden shells in Rice Lake. He then shipped them to Madison, where Westy and his son Bud completed the units. In the summer of 1945, he decided to incorporate, choosing the name Subzero for the below zero temperatures his units produced.
Well, both my dad and my grandfather, they built the business on quality. It's always been the cornerstone of Subzero, and now with Wolf and continuing on with Cove.
By 1951, Westy decided to create a separate research and development department. He put Bud at the helm, and in 1954, the first prototype of the Subzero built-in was introduced. Suburban housing developments of the 60s introduced modern home decor. The built-in line fit that design perfectly and became Subzero's largest selling model. The 70s ushered in an era of advancing technology. With management of Subzero in Bud's capable hands, Westy felt it was time to retire. 3 years later, he passed away. Bud continued in his father's footsteps, but his health was becoming an issue. So he hired longtime business associate Homer Price. Homer agreed to run the company should something happen to Bud. Sales were skyrocketing. A new built-in plant was established to handle the increased volume. Jim was in place to become manager of a new plant that was under development in Phoenix. As construction began, Bud's health deteriorated. 2 months before the plant's completion, Bud Bucky passed away in May of 1981. In 1984, Jim was invited to join the board of directors. Then, in 1989, he took the reins that his father had held before him. Jim took Subzero into the next decade with new concepts, such as integrated refrigeration and wine storage units. Just before the turn of the century, Jim made the decision to acquire Wolf Gourmet.
We needed to come with a cooking line. I looked extensively at other brands. I never felt that any of the other brands had the same DNA as Subzero. And that's when we decided to develop our own cooking line.
With the continued success of Subzero and Wolf brands, the logical next step was to complete the kitchen suite with a cleaning product.
Go talk to consumers, or you talk to builders or developers. They want a suite of appliances. And that's why we introduced Cove.
The introduction of Cove propelled another expansion in 2016. A total of 650,000 square feet were added in Fitchburg, Wisconsin, and Goodyear, Arizona. And the secret to 75 years of success?
It's all about new product development, keeping your lines fresh, keeping ahead of technology, because you're really trying to tap into the needs and wants of the consumer.
The dynamic and innovative leadership of 3 generations of the Bucky family has been vital to the success of these 3 brands.
I think we can do the same thing that we've done, build great products, and still be the leader in the space that we've led for a long, long time.
Thank you for showing that video. Appreciate it. So this remodel will feature the full breadth of Bradlee's portfolio of luxury products, an additional 4,000 square feet of luxury kitchen space, and a full functioning state-of-the-art demonstration kitchen with seating for over 30 guests. We will also have an outdoor gathering area, which we're very excited about, with 2 folding patio doors welcoming guests to our outside space. In addition, we'll have a full professional prep kitchen area, an outdoor kitchen display, and will feature the most luxurious cabinets, floating like clouds, and design platforms to include contemporary, traditional, and transitional kitchen displays. We are celebrating those 75 years of innovation and over 30 years as a distributor in the Pacific Northwest, showcasing the best-in-class luxury appliances on the market today. We will have our entire portfolio of Subzero refrigerators and freezers on display, showing our professional series, classic, and designer series units. In addition, tour our best-in-class wine preservation that completes your dream kitchen. Wolf ranges will be shown both in a gallery-style setting and custom suites, highlighting both our gas, induction, and dual-fuel Pro ranges from 30 inches all the way to 60-inch widths. Luxurious cabinet spaces will invite and inspire our guests in designs for their own Subzero, Wolf, and Cove dream kitchens. We will have a full functioning demonstration kitchen. Will delight their senses and culinary aspirations. And I also want to notate within this design, we're going to have a very large conference room, and we invite everyone in the NKBA and all of our local designers to use this as a resource to bring in your clients and just kind of experience the appliances firsthand. So we want to ensure that everyone knows that this space is open for you to use for any of your designing or working with your clientele. We want to enhance that experience for you and your clients. We're offering web-based training. So this, in light of all the challenges that COVID faces, we're getting very creative with LMS training, and we're offering web-based training just to help strengthen your own knowledge of the Wolf and Subzero brands. And so that is free to you, and we invite you to reach out to our showroom manager, Zen Lian, and her email address is there, and we can provide that to you as well after the presentation to join us in any web-based training that you might find helpful. We also invite you to utilize our 75th anniversary on social media. You know, we want to extend that invite to you to join us in this celebration. And all of us at Bradlee, we can't wait to see you. We cannot wait to show off our best-in-class showroom model. We are going to have the premier showroom, not only in Seattle, not only in Washington or the Pacific Northwest, but the whole US. We're going to be the newest and have just these super excited, great innovations to be able to show off in a showroom that's pushing 10,000 square feet. So we're really excited to show this off come early next year.
Perfect. Thank you, Dan. Shelley, do we have any questions or comments? I know people are very excited for this new remodel and anxiously waiting for it. Hoping that the grand party, you know, we can actually have a fun.
Yeah, that's what we're really hopeful for as well.
Gosh, I can't wait. I know, yeah, a lot of excited comments in here, you guys. This is a great time right now to be able truly to ask any questions. We've got time to be able to do that. Do you guys have any specific questions that you're wondering, whether it's about the conference room, whether it's about the showroom, whether it's about products, services, anything that we can answer for you guys. Well, we've got Dan. Now is your chance. I can tell you, Dan, that all the comments, people are thrilled and excited to see it when it's all done. I know that. When is the projection for it to be done?
We are projecting mid-Q1 2021. So there is a bit of a moving target on that, and we'll be able to have it better locked down towards the end of the year.
Awesome.
We're doing everything we can to make sure it's right and looks perfect.
Yeah, definitely. And it looks like I've got a few questions here in the Q&A. What other brands from Magdalena, what other brands do you guys carry?
So within the Subzero and Wolf category, we have 3 distinct brands. We of course have Subzero refrigeration, which includes under-counter, built-in, and wine. We have Wolf, which is a full suite of cooking products, and now the new Cove dishwasher, which really is the most innovative and smartest dishwasher on the market today. Alongside that are best professional hoods. We have a full line of both pro hoods, contemporary traditional, and downdraft systems. And also we have ASCO, which is a Scandinavian full dishwasher line that includes dishwashers from 24-inch platform to ADA models.
Very cool. And then we have from Hannah, she wants to know, can you tell us more about what the format of the trainings will be like and how long does it take?
So each training module, it is set at your own pace. I've taken some of the LMS training modules myself, and they can take anywhere from 15 minutes to 30 minutes, depending on your own pace. And the format really is about educating someone on a particular topic. There's some questions and answers that you'll kind of select through multiple choice at the end. And it's just a great way to familiarize yourself with some of the features and benefits of each product category the LMS goes through and lists.
Awesome.
But I would about 15 minutes to 30, just depending on your own pace per course.
Okay. And then Paula Kennedy, she has a question. She says, Dan, can you give a quick bullet point pitch on the new Cove dishwasher?
Yes, with Subzero's DNA, they created this dishwasher really to speak to the North American market. It checks all the boxes from, typically when somebody is looking for a dishwasher, they either want it to clean well, they want it to dry well, and they want it to be quiet. We've checked all the boxes from our auto sensor that is, and we talked a little bit about before about being the smartest dishwasher on the planet. It will continue washing the dishes. It can adjust time, temperature, and volume based on how dirty the dishes are that you put in there. No more pre-rinsing the dishes, right? You just scrape off the big pieces, put the dishes in there dirty, hit auto, and that dishwasher knows exactly based off of the turbidity that's in the dishwasher itself, how long to continue to wash, if it needs to add a little extra water, a little time, or a little temperature to get it clean. We also have one of the most innovative drying systems on the market as well. It has an internal heating element as well as a turbo fan to make sure your dishes are dry. So even Tupperware will get dry in a Cove dishwasher. There's like nothing else on the market when it comes to the drying. Very safe as well. If anything were to fall down to the base of the dishwasher during drying, there isn't an exposed element there. It's all internalized. So nothing bad will happen to your Tupperware lid or any plastics that might fall down to the base of the dishwasher. And there's nothing quieter. Our dishwashers are in the very low to sub 40 decibel. It is, you basically just can't hear it run at all. I mean, there's times to where I've accidentally opened our dishwasher in a showroom, which is full of tile and can be inherently noisy just from the design. You can't hear it run. I'll accidentally open it and see that all this water and action's happening when I open up the dishwasher because it's that quiet. And flexibility and loading, right? That's one of the other bigger challenges with dishwashers on the market today is the racking don't necessarily fit for people's dishware and that they have typically putting into a dishwasher. The adjustability in the Cove dishwasher, and being from the Pacific Northwest, I kind of like that all the adjust points are Seahawk green. So anything that's that green color can be adjusted, and it has so many adjustability points. We've had clients come in and bring in their own flatware to make sure that it's going to fit in the dishwasher, and they're just blown away by the flexibility the adjustment of the interior racking. So we took the time to develop a dishwasher that checks all the boxes of why somebody might want to replace their current dishwasher or looking for a new dishwasher.
Sounds like a complete dream. Is this an American brand? Is Cove an
It
American?
is.
Awesome.
I was fortunate enough to tour the factory myself in Madison, Wisconsin before everything was shut down. So I got to see these being built from starting with a giant roll of sheet metal and formed and fabricated into the Cove dishwasher. So it's pretty exciting to see the American manufacturing in action, but I got to watch these things go through the assembly line, and some of it are fabricated with big machinery, big smart machinery. Some of it's even done by hand. So it's pretty impressive to see these things being built.
Super cool. How about in the showroom? Are you guys offering cooking classes for clients to try out various appliances?
We will be. So we're going to have two very large live kitchens. One is designated for a demonstration space. In fact, we're going to engineer it to where we can have over 30 guests at one time, and it's very much a presentation style kitchen, but showcasing the appliances as you would expect to see them in somebody's luxury kitchen. But yes, we're going to be, and it's all complimentary from, and that's part of the value proposition that we bring to the table as well, is everything we do here is complimentary, right? There's no charge to sign up for one of our cooking classes, to where we have certified chefs that come in and cook these 4-course meals for either prospective clients or people that have just purchased or people that have owned the appliances. So we plan on doing that once the major restrictions are lifted, and we're hopeful that the timing of our remodel being completed will be in line with being able to open more of that up to the general public. So we also target one particular appliance, the steam oven, because it is an up and coming appliance and gaining in popularity. We have a specific class that shows just how diverse our steam oven is and all the amazing things you can do beyond just steaming vegetables in our steam oven. So it's 3 ovens in one. It's one of the most remarkable cooking pieces in our lineup, and we have a class that specifically talks about and shows clients how to use this oven. In fact, nearly every single person that comes to that event ends up going back to their designer to have it specified in the kitchen.
Super cool. And then Kristen Connor, just specifically, sorry, Kristen, she's just wanting to know about the wolf training that you guys may have. She wants to get smarter on wolf. Are you going to have specific wolf training at your show?
Absolutely. So the LMS courses are a good way to start off that training. We can do individual training here as well in small groups. Even today, even with our reduced showroom, we're open to meeting anybody that wants to learn a little bit more about our appliances today. If you would rather wait until we have the full breadth of the line represented in the remodel, we absolutely can schedule one-on-one or even small group trainings within our showroom facility.
Super exciting. Paula has a question going back to the steam oven. Does it have a broiler element to it?
So it does not have a broiler element. It's basically 3 functions in one. So it can act as a full functioning steam oven with no radiant heat at all. And, from vegetables to fish to seafoods and rice and pasta, all these different things you can do with just steam. Or it can be 24-inch true convection oven without any steam at all. So it can act as your secondary oven, and you can do some crisping with convection because it is a true convection style where it has that heat element that wraps around the fan, and it can be a combination of the two. And that's where that particular oven really begins to shine, because typically whenever you cook using radiant heat, it has a drying factor. Being able to inject an element of steam into the cooking process, it really takes all the mistakes potentially that could happen with overcooking something. In fact, we've even forgotten things were in our steam oven and cringed as we opened it up, but realized, wow, even though it sat in there for 10 minutes too long, having that steam element keeps it moist, it doesn't dry it out, it just does a remarkable job. And for anyone that's a baker out there, when you cook bread in our steam oven, you can actually hear that bread talking to you when you take it out. It's snapping and crackling because that steam adds that terrific layer that bakers boast about on their own breads that come out of their professional ovens. So it's pretty remarkable.
I'm excited. Hey, Kirsten Connor again, just saying, hey, group trainings, even if they're small, sooner than later would be great. She's saying super thanks. Thanks and please, and thanks and please.
Yes, and absolutely. We'd love to.
Awesome. Okay, you guys. So is there any other questions, any other final thoughts? I know everybody's got to be incredibly excited about the Wolf Gourmet Blender that we
Pretty
all,
awesome blender.
yeah, I got to tell you. But we'll be doing that in a second, as long as there's no more questions or comments. Of course, you can always follow up, I'm sure, with Dan too individually afterwards. But anything else? All right, you got a lot of very excited people, Dan. I can tell you that for sure.
Awesome. Well, we're really excited. We can't wait to show it off.
Yeah, if you weren't with us, you guys, at the last session that we just had, we had this great little spin the wheel where I've taken all of your names while we were going through this, and I've entered them into this wheel, and I'm going to now spin it. If your name pops up, I would just want you to click the raise your hand button so I know that you're still with us, and that makes you qualify for the blender. You must be present to win. So here we go. The winner is Barbara Weatherford. Barbara, are you with us? Are you with us? Do you know how to raise your hand? You can always type in the chat box too. Barbara Weatherford, are you still with us?
Yeah, she raised her hand.
You did? Oh, good. Okay, perfect.
Oh,
all right. Well,
congratulations, Barbara.
Dan, and you got the information. You guys will be able to connect. And Megan, I know you're probably facilitating everything because you're amazing.
We'll facilitate the connecting with that. Dan, thank you so much for presenting. We're all anxiously awaiting the opening of Bradlee's remodel.
On behalf of everybody at Bradlee, we thank you very much for allowing us to participate. It's exciting.
We're excited.